Hello, West Michigan. You are watching Alive and Well, and we are at Muskegon's Downtown Farmers Market to talk about a wonderful new initiative for Muskegon County. And with me is Emily from the Health Department. Hi, Emily.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. Can you tell me about Wellville?
Well, Wellville is a competition that was nationwide, and we applied to that competition, and we are now in the top 10. And that competition has the opportunity to bring us a lot of technical assistance and a lot of community building and just a lot of networking with just a diverse group of people in the country who are working to improve the health of communities.
Okay, well, I understand that Muskegon is among the top 10 now. It started out with a lot more, and it's all about our 1 in 21 initiative that's been going on here for quite a while. It was such a good fit that Gwen Williams wrote for the grant on this, right? Yep. And there's the potential to bring $5 million to Muskegon County right here. Yep. So tell me, do you know some more about how this competition works and what they're doing?
Well, if we're selected as one of the 5 communities to be a part of this competition, it's going to be 5 years and 5 metrics. And a lot of technical assistance going to come in to help the innovative programs that we already have to do a better job of getting more data, scaling up some of our programs, really taking our innovation to the next level, and just so many exciting opportunities that are just so hard to get into because it's just so new. But definitely we're going to be hanging this on the 1 in 21 mission and what they've got going on, how they're an organization that touches so many different parts of the social determinants of health. And that's what we're really looking to do, is to turn it from just treating people's health and treating people's health issues into preventing health issues and being a community that produces health.
Okay, well, that's wonderful, but it sounds an awful lot like I call nonprofit speak. And just for the general public, can we talk a little bit about what the metrics mean? What are we measuring? What are the health factors and the risk factors of our county?
Well, 1 in 21, what they look at is obesity and cigarette smoking, and that is something that they got from the Robert Wood Johnson Fund health rankings. So they took those as their 2 missions, and we've added, as a part of this process, looking more at high school, post-secondary education, and making sure that we're looking at the spectrum of education and really building ourselves in that area, and also about building the social support in our community, because a lot of underlying health problems are issues of social support and issues that we can really tackle by working with people and providing more access to services and
well, 2 of those issues I know. One is chlamydia. Muskegon's very high ranking in cases of chlamydia, and teen pregnancy. So we want to get those numbers down. We want to have a healthier community. I know in this particular initiative, diabetes wasn't in the list, and heart disease, but we're also known in Muskegon for being, along with obesity, also comes the diabetes and heart disease. And we've got all of these great things like the new bike path and the walking and our Mercy Health Seaway Run, all of those great things going on in Muskegon. But can we look forward to some other initiatives?
Yeah, definitely. We are looking to do lots of different initiatives to really scale up some of these really exciting things, looking at complete streets, looking at expanding those biking opportunities, looking at expanding community programs that target people, because a lot of those issues that you talked about, health problems, diabetes, heart problems, those have to do with chronic stress. And we don't always think about stress as a one-time thing, but stress for a lot of people in communities where there's a low income, those are stresses that they feel all the time, every day. Those are kids who are feeling stressed all the time, every day. And that there's a lot of health speak around that, but essentially that is deteriorating the health of our community. And so by really focusing on social programs and really having a wraparound idea to how we're going to bring up and produce health in this community. That's what we're really looking at, is reducing stress in people and hopefully seeing the payback in that with reduced heart disease, reduced diabetes, more support. So we're taking kids who might have come up as type 2 diabetic and taking them off that by getting them back down to a healthy weight, into a healthy lifestyle, and removing some of those stress factors that are contributing.
That's wonderful. And we're in a wonderful area here at the Muskegon Farmers Market to promote really healthy eating, and we're looking now at organic is becoming very popular. A lot of good initiatives going on. We've got the Michigan State Extension behind us. I'm going to be interviewing some of those folks to talk about their role in this. There's a lot of partners in this. The one thing I read that I found very interesting is that in this interview, it's like presenting to the Shark Tank. Everybody's seen that show, The Shark Tank? Yep. So who is doing that presentation for us?
Well, that's kind of to be decided. You know, right now we just want to take it day by day. And if we're one of those 5 people, I'm sure that the 1 in 21 group and Gwen and our health department and all of those big movers and shakers that are going to kind of see who are going to be our best 3 representatives who are going to be able to go down there and really sell what we've got and what we want to do. So that's something that I can't speak to directly, that I don't want to put my foot in my mouth later or getting in trouble. So, but definitely that's going to be something that we look at very closely and that we are very prepared, even for this meeting and having these people come in today. So many community partners, so many collaborators, so much love. Like, you know, we always say love Muskegon. There was so much love in that room, and there was just so much energy and just excitement about all the different programs that we have going on and just all the different exciting opportunities. And so it's going to be hard. People are going to be really biting at the bit to get down there.
The Wellville people are here in Muskegon today.
Yep. Marsha Connor and Rick Brush are all here. You can look them up at Hiccup, Wellville. Just search that and it should come up. These are some serious movers and shakers in the technology and in the health fields, in the just really people who just really want to get out there and support the communities, and what they're really targeted towards communities of 100,000 or less. So they really want to get into the nitty gritty. They want to get with those people and they want to see what they're doing good. They want to build upon it. They want to bring in the technology innovation and the health innovation and the programming innovation and kind of really bring it all together and then use us as kind of a test kitchen, or, you know, it was described earlier when I was at the meeting as we want to be their sandbox. We really want to let them build and help us build and be a really great example. We actually got somebody from the governor's office to come. They were really excited. They wanted to be a part of this because we're a microcosm of the Midwest and of communities that we're manufacturing, and we have the opportunity to be a great example to them. And even if we don't make it in the top 5, we're a part of Greater Wellville, and a part of that experience is really just sharing and collaborating and seeing what other people are doing and just moving into a place where we're all working together as a country, as a community, as a state, as a region to improve our health in all ways.
Okay, Emily, I can tell you certainly have a lot of excitement about this. And tell me, what is your role at the health department?
Well, I work just part-time seasonally for the Eat Healthy Muskegon project, which is right behind me here. So I do health demonstrations or healthy cooking. Today I'm going to make grilled marinated vegetables. I hand out recipe cards. You know, I kind of talk to people, give them some encouragement, some inspiration. But my background is in technical communication, and I have a master's of public health. So this is really just what I'm about, is the kind of merger between technology and innovation, and how do we communicate with people, and how do we get everybody on message, and how do we bring in health, because that's really, you know, one of our basic things that we need as humans is to be healthy and secure. So,
are you from Muskegon originally?
No, I'm not. I'm from born in Grand Rapids, grew up in Lansing, went to Michigan Tech. So I'm all around the state, but I've done Peace Corps, moved all around the country. My husband's in the Coast Guard, so you know, I feel like I've seen a lot. And
Muskegon's very lucky to have you. Oh, we're very lucky to have you.
Love Muskegon.
Well, we need your energy, your enthusiasm, because you're going to help move this forward. And we really want to be a part of Wellville here in Muskegon.
We really want to be a part of Wellville, and I really want to be a part of Wellville. And I think that today, when we're going around the market and when everybody comes, the representatives from Wellville are going to see that we really want this, and hopefully the larger community will kind of see how much their leaders are rooting for them.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I wish us all the luck today. I can't wait to see who we're interviewing with.
And I hope that you are still here when I make some grilled vegetables too.
Oh, we will. We're going to get those grilled vegetables. Right. Okay, thank you.
Benson's Drug Company, the home of Benson's Bottom Pain. Offering an expanded grocery selection, Medicare billing, and diabetes management and education. Benson's now features a Kodak machine, which allows customers to edit, copy, and develop their own photos.
I've had dozens of people tell me, just cremate me when I die and then throw a big party. I'm sure you've heard someone say that too. I completely get it. Well, I want to help you throw that party. I've got tables and chairs and easels and boards. I've got sound systems and music. I've got caterers and food. And I've got all the people to set it up and break it down when it's all over. So why don't you let us here at Clocks help you with that party so you can focus on what's important, sharing the stories.
Hi, I'm Holly Hughes, running for state representative. Jobs are my #1 priority. I worked in the state legislature on a number of bills to help with jobs here in Muskegon County. I've also worked locally on the Veterans Job Fair. We started that 3 years ago and it continues today. Education is also my top priority. I worked hard on the Promise Zone legislation to make a difference for kids who want to go to college who can't afford it. I know that you and I both want a Muskegon County where our kids and grandkids can grow up and live. And in order to do that, we need jobs and a strong education. I'm Holly Hughes. Your vote is important to me. I ask for your support for state representative. Thank you.
Beginning as a lumber company in 1911, Fredericks Construction has been servicing the Muskegon area since 1969. Family owned and operated, they specialize in roofing, siding, windows, insulation, additions, doors, decks, and more. Located at 1940 Commerce Street in beautiful downtown Muskegon, their phone number is 231-722-3937. When you want quality workmanship, you want Fredericks Construction.
Welcome back, West Michigan. You are watching Alive and Well, and we are down at the Muskegon Farmers Market in downtown Muskegon talking about Wellville. And with me now is Lisa Chalker and Lori, who are here from the Michigan State University Extension Office. Explain to me what you do and your part in Wellville.
Well, we are program instructors, and we go around to schools, senior centers. Lori works with a group from Michigan Works. We do nutrition programming, we do cooking classes, how to shop on a budget, how to cook with raw foods instead of so many processed foods, how to do it and do it healthfully and inexpensively. And we've been doing this, our grants go back 40 years, so it's been around for a long, long time. We change with the times. We've partnered with the people from Wellville. Most of the people that are grant recipients from Healthy Muskegon we work with and do programming with. So we're all about keeping Muskegon healthy.
That's right, keeping Muskegon healthy. So you talk about raw foods. I've been hearing a lot about raw foods, and explain to our viewers exactly what is, are we eating raw fish? What's raw foods?
When I say raw foods, I say non-processed foods. And all foods obviously have a process. If you clean something, it's processed. But when you shop at the grocery store and you're buying a box of Hamburger Helper instead of just a box of noodles and making your own white sauce and putting some fresh vegetables in, that's a processed food. We want to stay away as much as possible from the processed foods, eat the fresh food, fruits and vegetables when they're in season. During the wintertime here in Michigan, they're not in season. Frozen vegetables have as much nutritional value as the fresh ones. So we encourage fruits and vegetables every day. The new My Plate from the USDA shows us half of our plates should be fruits and vegetables. Right. So that is a big part of our message.
That's good. That's good to know. And when we talk about like buying that box of Hamburger Helper and some of those other processed foods, they're loaded with things that are really bad for us, like MSGs, monosodium glutamate, which is sodium, that raises up the blood pressure. Right. The MSGs are linked to headaches and all kinds of other health problems, dietary problems, digestion problems. So if we eat the fresh fruits and vegetables and I'm even seeing a lot more about grass-fed beef and hormone-free chicken and our hormone-free eggs. And we've got this farmer's market here to get all of this fresh
And
stuff.
it's so beautiful down here, and to get the fresh stuff instead of the stuff in the boxes, it's going to make us all healthier, because we can then decide what spices we want our foods to taste like. We don't have to use so much salt, or if any at all, and we can make foods taste healthy or taste great and still be healthy.
Yes, there's a lot of great alternatives to salt. If you start doing an herb garden and using different herbs, I've just started that a bit myself, and oh, it's great. Fennel.
And vegetables and stuff will change the flavor of your meal and make it excellent without all that other stuff in it.
Do you offer any classes on canning? Some of our younger people weren't raised canning by their grandparents.
Actually, there's a woman in our office that does food preservation, and so anyone can call our office at any time and find out when she will be doing those classes, but yes, we do.
And do you have that number handy?
Our line into the office is 231-724-6361, and then it's on a phone tree, but for canning, you're going to want Jane Hart.
Jane Hart for canning. Okay, Muskegon. Call down at the Michigan State Extension and ask for Jane Hart and learn about canning. It's a great, fun way to use all these fresh fruits and vegetables that you can get right here at Muskegon Farmers Market. It's going to promote Muskegon and get us in this Wellville Challenge that we're down here to learn about today. With me now is Dana Gannon. She is a public health educator with Muskegon Public Health. Welcome, Dana.
Thank you for having me here.
You bet. Tell me all about what we need to know about Wellville and your role in Wellville.
Well, as a public health educator, basically I have been out in the community for the last 3 years kind of assessing our needs and understanding what the citizens here need and really want. And I think it comes from a grassroots movement that we need to understand that they don't understand, how healthy we need to be. So we're going out, like for example, we have a program through Muskegon Middle School, Growing Goods, and we're with 120 kids every day that are in middle school, and we've taught them lifestyle things as far as gardening, in the kitchen, and sexual health. We need to get them in and understand that these are the things that impact their entire life.
All right, so in educating, you're doing different school groups of children?
We're doing different school groups. We're also working with food service directors throughout the community, and we're trying to get them on board with, more nutritious items, growing gardens in their school facilities. We're also working with 1 in 21 because the idea is to change from the community inside out. So with Wellville, we'll have more funds to do that because, there's always the issue of funds.
Okay, well, I was reading a little bit about Wellville and our competition. We are now down to 10.
Right.
We were at 16, we're down to 10. They were looking at everybody throughout the whole United States, and we are very fortunate to be the only county in Michigan to be up against a few other counties around the United States for this prestigious. There's a chance to bring $5 million right into our county. Now, they're looking at communities under 100,000 people, so there's parts of Muskegon that are participating in this, which, do you know those counties?
Yeah, it is the city of Rosa Park, the city of North Muskegon, Muskegon Heights, and Norton Shores.
Norton Shores. Okay, wonderful. So we know all of those communities really need to get healthier because we know from 1 in 21 initiative that's been going on a few years now that we rank right at the bottom in our state as far as health initiatives. And we want to be number 1 by 2021, which is pretty challenging. It's not as far off as it sounds. So this Wellville, if we get to be part of this, my goodness, that will help us move right up the ladder and get us to be a very healthy community. Okay, so tell me your role along with education, which is very important to this. I think that's a big piece, is education and working with the young folks. And also sexual health is a concern here in Muskegon. Do you also do the education on teen pregnancy and chlamydia?
I don't. We have substance abuse educators that work within our department, and they also touch on that. We also have the nurses that work for the public health that deal with that specifically. But yes, that's a huge problem, and it all goes hand in hand. However, with our Growing Goods program, we do have a lifestyles component, which also talks about, teaching kids about sexual health, because that's where it starts. Like, if we don't get them there, then,
Exactly. And unfortunately, we do have a high case of teen pregnancy, and we at least need to, those teens that are pregnant right now, we want to make them healthy. We want them eating healthy. We want them to start having healthy nutrition so they'll have healthy babies. And we can educate other teens to how to prevent that, and let's not have so much of this on the rise in Muskegon County. Okay, Dana, thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda. Thanks for having me.
Anything else you want to share with us about Wellville?
I'm really hoping that it's going to go through, and I think, if we can get from the inside out and flip it all out, I think we'll all be good. I think we're going to turn it around.
Okay, well, thank you for your work here in Muskegon.
I believe you should have a choice in who your next circuit court judge should be. My opponent was appointed by Governor Snyder only months ago when a sitting circuit court judge retired. I'm here to give you that choice. My name is Brenda Sprader, and I'm asking for your vote on November 4th in the general election. I have the right courtroom experience, having worked as a public defender representing Muskegon County's youth in their juvenile proceedings and helping mothers, fathers, and children through their abuse-neglect cases. I also have a law firm in Muskegon County where I practice family and criminal law. I have the right courtroom experience. I have the life experience, the integrity and the drive that Muskegon County needs on their circuit court bench. I'm asking you to vote for me, Brenda Sprader, on November 4th to be your next circuit court judge.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brenda Sprader for circuit court judge.
With 4 convenient locations, Jack's Corner Store is one-stop shopping at its best. Tools, fresh meats, produce, chips, snacks, and other grocery items, beer, wine, and liquor, even gas and lottery. That's why Jack's is your corner store and so much more.
Celebrate the grand opening of the new Muskegon Farmers Market, now located at 242 West Western Avenue in beautiful downtown Muskegon. With over 100 vendors, the market offers fresh fruits and vegetables, flowers, pet supplies, honey, maple syrup, fresh caught fish, and much, much more. Their brand new building includes a year-round indoor market as well as an incubator and community service kitchen. This year, the Muskegon Farmers Market will introduce 2 new programs. The Power of Produce, teaching children ages 5 to 12 how to shop at the farmers market and prepare nutritious meals, along with Arts on the Market, featuring fine arts and crafts. You can enjoy live music performed on their outdoor stage as well. For more information, visit MuskegonFarmersMarket.com.
With me now is Mary Davis from Hoop Happy Health, right? Say it for me.
Hoop Happy Hoop Healthy.
Hoop Happy Hoop Healthy. Okay, well, you're all healthy. You all look fantastic. And how do you get that way?
By hooping. We are called Healthy Hoopers. This is a padded fitness hoop under 2 pounds that is custom made, and it promises to get rid of the muffin top.
Yes, no muffin top when you hoop. Which I need to hoop. I need to hoop a lot. Okay, so let's talk about Wellville and what your role is with this Wellville competition.
All right. When we were the top 16, Dr. Ramona Wallace got a hold of me. I worked with her with Muskegon Family Care, with the kids we program. I did free hoop lessons for a year with them. She called me to be part of the video, which I did. We submitted a second video in end of June, because we were in Parties of the Park, Muskegon Inventors Network. So we now are the top 10 cities of Muskegon. The city tour is going on today, and mid-August, we hope we are chosen one of the 5 top cities to be on the way to Wellville.
Okay, they're here actually doing some interviewing today, and we won't find out until mid-August if we are one of the top 5. So if we become one of the top 5, there will be somebody selected to go down to Florida and present to a Shark Tank type team, as I understand it. Much like the show, The Shark Tank.
Correct.
And so they're going to show all of these initiatives, all of these different groups from Muskegon that are working together to get us healthy.
Exercising and promoting good eating. That's why we're at the farmers market. Healthy eating. Many programs to help Muskegon get healthy. And I say 1 hoop at a time.
1 hoop at a time. And Tom Anderson would probably tell us 1 bike at a time. But whatever works, we're here to do it. Thank you, Muskegon.
Thank you.
Left foot forward and give it a twirl. It's a rocking motion right here. Pull your foot back. Make a hoop with your hands. Put your right foot forward. Left arm up. Right to the side. Think of a string pulling you all the way up. Back to side to side. Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. If your hoop is falling, you're not rocking fast enough. So everyone let your hoop fall a little bit and hoop it up. Let it fall and hoop it up. All right.
And with me now is the host of What's Happening West Michigan and Mr. Bicycle himself, Tom Anderson. And tell me, you're part of Wellville.
Well, I am. I'm on the 1 in 21 organization about bicycle rides. Of course, I rode my bike here today, of course. And I'm also here as a representative of the city of North Muskegon as the city council because they have a lot of what they call VIPs. I haven't figured out what that means yet. But we're just hoping for the best for Muskegon area with this. And we do have not only hula hoops, which you and I are not going to partake of.
Yeah, oh, I'll do the hula hoop. I've done it before.
Okay, I'll watch, but I'm not going to participate.
I'll hoop and
But
I'll bike.
this basically is a community we have 61 miles of paved bike paths just in Muskegon County being added every year. And pretty soon you'll be able to ride from Hart down through Muskegon and all the way to Grand Rapids. Right now on bikes you can ride from Lake Michigan to Grand Rapids on bike paths. So there's no reason not get out there and exercise. No traffic, great scenery, old railroad tracks. It's great.
I do the path a lot up to Whitehall and Montague area. I've got to say it's pretty flat there, so it's an easy place to get started. Not real hilly, and it's beautiful. And you go up there. Howmet has some beautiful art decor out there. I'm sure you've done that path.
The Hart Montague Trail is going to be repaved, redone. It's the first paved path in Michigan, and it was experimental, and it doesn't meet federal and state standards anymore. So it's all been redesigned, and it's going to be made 10 foot wide with all the new rules and regulations, safer, wider, and just more fun.
Wait, and will it connect in Muskegon on Whitehall Road there? We always drive down and get on that path.
We can't say that it's done yet, but we have all verbal commitments to tie the Hart Montague Trail to the Muskegon Trail, and it's called the Berry Junction Trail. Okay. The plan's already there. Yes, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
But we can't let that out yet until some names are signed on dotted lines. But well, it's a go.
It's a go. Well, and you know what? If we get this grant, if we get this Wellville $5 million, it might also help with some of those initiatives for those healthy bike paths.
Well, we've got this one pretty much all financially backed. It's just a matter of acquiring the route.
According to the route.
Yes,
tell me about, I want to know about your Cruiser Deluxe here, Tom.
Oh, okay. This is a replica of the old Schwinn Phantom from 1952. Schwinn did make this one, but this is an easier one to ride because the old one, it had just a coaster brake, one gear, uphill or downhill. So it was work uphill, easy downhill because it's a heavy bike. They made this one with a 7-speed internal hub. And I just like to show it off.
Yeah, I bet you do. It's pretty fun. So where are the gears on that? Oh, it's right here on the handle.
Right here, yes. But, you know, I just want to say, too, it came from the best bike shop in town. See, I'm called the Bike Man.
Okay, and what bike shop would that be?
Oh, that would be the Bicycle Rack at that one inconvenient location at Roberts at Layton.
That's okay. It's an inconvenient location. That means the prices are the best in town, right?
But you know something? We still get people coming up and says, where do you park? Which means that after 40 years in that location, we still have people that are first-timers, and we'll take care of them.
You will. I know you do. It's a great place. And you are the Bike Man, and you're also on the North Muskegon City Council. You've just been so involved in this community for so long, and I'm so glad to see that the city of North Muskegon is a part of this whole Wellville initiative, and that we will all benefit from it, our entire community, Muskegon Heights, Roosevelt Park, part of Norton Shores, Muskegon. What's the 5? Do you know the 5 off the top of your head?
Sure.
Okay.
Muskegon Heights, Roosevelt Park, Norton Shores, and North Muskegon.
I had them all. Okay.
See what happens when you're elected official? You have to know that stuff.
You have to know that stuff. Okay. Well, thank you, Tom, and really appreciate your effort and all that you do for Muskegon.
Okay. Keep riding.
Okay.
The best way to stay healthy? Exercise your voice. At the new Mercy Health, we believe that carefully listening to you and encouraging you to take an active role in your own health care is an important part of keeping you healthy. So you'll find our extensive network of physicians not only use the latest technology, they focus on what you have to say. Your voice, our expertise. Mercy Health.
Muskegon's Hackley Public Library is an excellent source for help, information, and great entertainment on virtually any topic. The friendly, knowledgeable staff is always available to help you with finding information on any topic you need. They can help you with using the free public access computers, and they look forward to showing you books, audio CDs, DVDs, and much more. Whether you live in the city or outside, the Hackley Public Library in downtown Muskegon is there to help with everything imaginable.
Living healthy is more than just counting carbs and exercising, it's a lifestyle choice. Embrace sound, natural alternatives, cultivate and sustain a better way to healthy living. The Health Hut offers a wide selection of vitamins, minerals, herbs, medicinal mushrooms, women's and men's supplements, as well as a vast array of skincare and beauty products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always on hand to help you choose the products that best suit your individual needs. The Health Hut. We have your good health in mind.
With me now is Michael from CMH, Community Mental Health. And Michael, tell me about what you do on this initiative. It's called Better Together?
Yeah, I work in customer service for Community Mental Health. Better Together is a program that started from a grant from the state of Michigan. And it works with our clients, the consumers who come to Community Mental Health, but it also involves our staff. Feeling, of course, that the staff, we have 380 staff, and feeling that the staff should also work on health. The program is designed to team up staff members with consumers on health goals, etc. So it's a mutually beneficial thing for staff and consumers. We set a good example as staff, and the consumers get well, and that's the Better Together program. So there's different things that people could sign up for. The YMCA, other programs. We have yoga that comes into the building. There are different things that people could sign up for with their staff person.
Let me ask you, so when you say people sign up, are these clients of Community Mental Health already?
Yes. Okay. Yep. So those people who are already engaged in services would sign up because they want to get healthy, go through an assessment on health goals. Staff did the exact same thing. Then they were teamed up with a consumer of services, those who come in for services.
Okay, because we also know that physical health goes with mental health. Right. So it's really important. It's really important both ways to get the mental health in order, then you're going to be physically healthier. And if you're physically healthier, you're going to be mentally healthier, right? So tell me these assessments that you do. When somebody comes in, what things do you look for as far as assessments?
There was a whole assessment that went on. We asked, those questions were handled by a health agency that we partnered with here in town. Went through and hit on certain key points: weight, obviously smoking, blood pressure, kind of the maybe 6 areas that they focused on. And then worked after the assessment to determine goals and things that the individual wanted to work on, and then it went from there.
Well, thank you, Michael. I think we're getting to the countdown here. There's going to be an announcement and some activity going on the stage here at the Farmers Market. We're going to learn a lot more about Wellville and how our community can be a part of this wonderful competition. I know they're doing like a Shark Tank competition when it gets down to the final 5, and we're hoping Muskegon is one of those final 5. They'll go down to Florida, and they're going to present their ideas and how we're going to make our community healthy with all of these different people that are involved, and you're part of that team, right?
Yes.
Yes. We want to make Muskegon healthy, and we hope that we're one of the final 5. Let's find out what's going on over at the stage.
Hello. We have a short program today. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Larson, president of the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce, and I'm actually just pinch hitting for our mayors, both the mayor of Muskegon and the mayor of Norton Shores. We're not able to be here today, but they really wanted to be. We do have a lot of important dignitaries here and important elected officials. And if the mayor of Roosevelt Park is here, please shout out. We heard you might be here. We're on the road to Wellville, or on the way to Wellville. For those of you that don't know what that is, a lot of these people are just always here on Tuesdays, but about half of us came down special for this event. Muskegon is competing in a nationwide project to try to become one of 5 cities on the way to Wellville, and that'll be explained to you in just a moment. But we are very excited to have some important guests.
visiting our town for the very first time to see what Muskegon's all about and to see how we really do have an amazing community and how we all come together to work on projects. Before we introduce our important friends from Wellville, or who originated the whole Wellville concept, we first would like to introduce Senator Hansen. Jeff Hansen is here, and he'd like to welcome as well.
Thank you. This is an amazing day. Thank you for coming and joining us here. Wellville is such a great program, and it fits so well with Muskegon. We have some huge issues that we've been trying to get at, between our obesity, between our diabetes, between our hypertension, and between our renal failure. We have some really big hurdles in our way, but you just being here has really helped us, because at the end of the day, it brings in more awareness to what we're trying to do. We have the 1 in 21 program, where we want Muskegon County to be the #1 healthiest county in the state in 2021. So it's going to take everybody, and it looks like it's a great crowd showing up today. And thank you for being here. Welcome to Michigan, and welcome to Muskegon.
Okay, now to help us talk a little bit about their experience in coming to Muskegon for the first time is the founder of the Wellville Project, and her name is Esther Dyson, and please Google her because you will be really, really impressed that this person traveled all this way to come see us. So come on up and please say a few words. I don't know if your associates are going to be coming up as well. Yes? Yes, and we also have Rick Brush and Marcia Connor, and they're also involved in this site visits to learn as much as they can about our amazing community. And so here we go, Esther.
Hi, good afternoon. So I have to say, the thing that impresses me most is not the half of you that came for us, but the half of you that were here already. I don't know if you hula hoop every day, but it's very exciting to see a community that comes outside, comes to the farmers market, and is already on its way to Wellville. Just very briefly, the way to Wellville is a 5-community, 5-year, 5-measurement project for communities to get dramatically healthier. There are 42 communities in Greater Wellville, and we're looking for 5 that are going to be the leaders, not necessarily the front runners, but the leaders in specific areas, the leaders with diverse expertise. We're trying to make sure the entire country is represented, that places led by health systems, places led by public health officials, places led by employers are all included, and that's why we're visiting Muskegon. Very briefly, we were really impressed with what we heard. We also heard a lot about your problems and what you're doing about them. And the important thing is not where you are, but where you're going. And what I'd like to do right now is introduce Rick Brush, who's our CEO, and he'll tell you about himself.
Thank you. Thanks, Esther. Well, this is great, and I know the mayors may or may not come, but what's important is that you're here, and we're so excited to see so many faces here. We spent a few hours this morning talking with some of the leaders in your community, representing all the great things that are already happening here, and that's what's so important, is that you are among a really small number of communities from across the United States that have really made a commitment to do something dramatically different in improving health over the next 5 years. And I think you got a head start because you set your goals on becoming #1 in 2021. So in a way, you have a head start over some of the other communities in doing just that. And what we were really looking for today is the ability of a community to bring people together. And not just the usual suspects, the organizations that always attend, but everyday citizens. And so it was so great to see kids here with signs today, see a yoga demonstration. We had a little fun with the hula hoops, to see people coming out for food. So that's just terrific. Another thing we were looking at is, where are the communities that are going to set aspirational goals? And your goals are to reduce smoking, to reduce obesity, but also really importantly to improve social and emotional well-being in the community. And we think that's one of the ways that communities become healthier. Is not just looking at what matters from a medical standpoint, but really what makes you feel good and what makes you happy to be a part of Muskegon. And so last thing I'll say is, my goodness, the amount of community pride that we've seen today about lifelong residents of Muskegon, about people who have moved here and say they're never leaving again, it's just overwhelming. So congratulations, you've got a great community spirit.
I think we have a couple more people that would like to say a word as well. Colleen Lamontes, our state representative, is here today as well.
Thanks, Cindy. I just want to say, what a great event to have and a car alarm. But to bring so many people from the community here together and showcase, first of all, our brand new farmers market, which is increasing access to fresh produce for our communities here. What a great thing. And yeah, absolutely. This is a great facility here. And we are going to be 1 in 21. We are, because we are on our way with healthy streets and our healthy foods and our complete streets programs that I know that so many of our community members are trying to get done here. We are going to get our community healthy, and that's what I'm focused on. All the way from making sure our school children have healthy lunches in their schools and providing good food right here in our community. So, I just want to welcome the wellness, the Wellville program here, and go Muskegon. We need to get healthy, so let's get on the move.
Okay, finally, one other thing I think our visitors need to know is that this market was built. It's about a $3.8 million market. $700,000 came from the state of Michigan. The rest of it came from the residents. All of the residents chipped in their money, big and small, big checks, small checks, and that's what built this market. And so that's why we're so confident and excited to have you here to take us to the 1 in 21. Now our guests are going to go on a ride to see our real pride and joy. We think this is it. It's not it. You haven't seen anything yet, and that will be to see the beautiful Muskegon Lakeshore. And you'll be surprised to see the work that we've done to preserve our water, clean our water, and keep it clean for future generations, which is very important to all of us in this culture. So thank you to the County Public Health Department, who is really the champion of this effort. And so I just heads up to all of you. I saw one of the mayors here, right? Going to wave out there, Mayor. And yeah, that's Mayor Roosevelt Park. And then again, the other mayors would have definitely been here. So thank you all for coming. And we are on the road to Wellville.
In the 150 years we've been in business, many things have changed. Our greatest achievements are rooted in the things that haven't. Years ago, the person you called banker was also the person you called friend. When it came to service, there were fewer layers and friendlier smiles. And banks earned the trust of their customers and community while working tirelessly not to lose it. At Independent Bank, all this remains true today. Sure, we've made advances that help customers bank more conveniently and more comfortably. But at the end of the day, we know that people really need a trustworthy partner committed to their financial goals, dreams, and aspirations. And we've been happy to be that partner since 1864.
Getting this family together is like herding cats.
Simplifying things for families is a priority here at Grange Insurance. We offer a variety of policies through Grange Independent Agent.
Your partner in protection.
Glow Sun and Shades, simply fabulous.
You have been kissed by the sun.
Jim Fisher. I am a 40-year
worker and owner and employee in the scrap metal recycling industry, now with Padnos, and longtime member of the Muskegon Rotary Club. 1 in 21 was launched in the 2010 to 2011 year, during which time I was president. And at that time, Ken Kraus and Linda Juarez chaired a committee that helped to launch 1 in 21. It came on the heels of a survey with our club members that ranked local health and wellness as the #1 area in which our members wanted to get engaged in the community. And Ken can tell you the rest from there. Ken Kraus.
Okay, thank you, Jim. I'm the Director of Public Health Muskegon County and also a Rotary member, and I took Jim's charge to help get this thing launched. When Linda and I first started working on this, the county health rankings had come out, and we ranked dead last in Michigan in health behaviors. We brought that forward and we said, you know, Rotary supports audacious kinds of goals, and we only have to change everything if we're going to get this going. So that was the kickoff for 1 in 21. The starting focus for this has been around the issues of smoking and obesity in our community, but it's really to get people to think of not only what can we do as a community and what can we do as businesses and families, but individually too. So it's an effort to get people to think about what can you do to eat better, move more, and smoke less to make us #1 in 21.
My name is Fred Meston, and this is Christine Mast. She's the new owner of Muskegon Yoga, located at 255 Seminole Road in Muskegon on the corner of Seaway Drive and Seminole. We're here to talk about yoga and the benefits of yoga for you. So I will pass the mic over to Christine, and she will give you a little explanation.
Thanks, Fred. So the timing of this is really pretty amazing, with Muskegon trying to get this Wellville initiative off the ground. At the same time, we are working under new ownership at Muskegon Yoga, and so I've spent a lot of my last couple of weeks thinking about mission statements and core values, and it obviously fits right into what we're trying to do here in Muskegon with Wellville. A couple of things we're trying to promote at Muskegon Yoga is a healthy lifestyle and a sense of community through the passion of yoga and sharing the passion of yoga and its many benefits. And again, that's what's going on here with Muskegon with the Wellville initiative. So it's great to see the community of Muskegon really putting that on the forefront of what they're trying to do. Yoga has obviously a lot of benefits, and it's really interesting to talk to people and see what brings them into the studio. Very often they come for one thing and they find another. So sometimes people are looking for what they might call a workout, and they end up finding something a little bit more. They find the other things that you gain from it, such as being able to deal with pressure. It's, you know, the whole mind, body, spirit. So if you are a new student at Muskegon Yoga, we have a special that is 30 days of unlimited yoga, as much yoga as you can fit in for $39. Great way to experience a lot of different instructors and a lot of different styles of yoga, and to see how it can benefit you. Again, mind, body, and spirit. It's all of value when we're practicing yoga. So here's to Muskegon. Go Wellville.
At Langlois Home Furnishing in Muskegon, we've been serving West Michigan for over 65 years. Langlois is a local family-owned store with national buying power. We carry the largest selection of mattresses from Serta in West Michigan. Plus, we can help with design ideas. We also have a great selection of the latest top brand appliances and HD TVs. Discover what's new for you at Langlois Home Furnishings on Henry Street in Muskegon.
McDonald's Candies, 1064 South Getty Street in Muskegon, features an assortment of chocolate-covered nuts and creams, peanut clusters, fudge, seafoam, turtles, cherry cordials, and regular and holiday novelties.
Northway Lanes, 1751 Evanston Avenue in Muskegon, featuring 50 auto-score lanes, cosmic bowling, billiards, a cafe and banquet facility, lounge and pro shop. Looking for somewhere to hold your child's next birthday party? Northway Lanes can supply everything you need, from invitations and decorations to personal pizzas, hot dogs and fries, to soft drinks, ice cream and goodie bags, even a private party room.
Today's Family Dentistry, Dr. Harvey Comrie, located at 340 Seminole Road in Muskegon. We cater to cowards. For further information, call 231-737-2273 or 231-737-4511.
My name is Bruce Langlois. I'm a veterinarian, and this is my dog Pace. With the troubled economy, it can be difficult to afford veterinary services. That's why we have a mobile veterinary clinic called the Spay Neuter Express. We offer low-cost spays and neuters for dogs and cats, and we also offer vaccinations, routine testing, and parasite control. You can find us online at www.spayneuterexpress.com. Hello, my name is Dr. Bruce Langlois. I would like to address the issue of giving your pet treats. There are definitely treats that are of good quality, of good nutrition, and if you're feeding your pet a good quality food, that food has everything they need in it. I'm asked every day, should I supplement my pet with some vitamins, or should I supplement this or that? If you're feeding a good quality food, you do not need any supplementation at all. And we have to be careful with treats, because a lot of times the treats are not the quality of nutrition that we're feeding our animal, such as table scraps or inexpensive biscuits or other food that were meant for people. We've got to remember that if we feed them, a lot of times the pets are a lot smaller than us. Say we have a 20-pound beagle, or a beagle maybe that's supposed to weigh 20 pounds. If we scrape our plates and put it on their food, we're going to really throw their diet out of balance. Plus, we're going to encourage that animal to consume a lot more calories than it requires. And the way we feed treats can definitely be a problem. Obesity is a big problem in pets, and a lot of it is related to feeding things to encourage the pet to eat more than it would normally eat. So scraping our plates and putting it on the food, or mixing in maybe some canned food so that they eat more, or adding some extra flavorings to their food, that's really not necessary. If we feed a good quality food that's going to have everything they want in it, and then the animal will get the nutrition it needs. Another thing about feeding your dog is, or your cat, is you really should measure how much you feed it. Some animals you can get by fine with free feeding if it's the only animal in the house and there's not going to be any competition. Some animals do fine if you leave food out all the time, if you're not doctoring it up with any table scraps or treats or anything like that. But if your animal starts to get overweight, then is the time to start measuring the food. Talk to your veterinarian, read the label on the bag, feed what that animal needs for its ideal weight. Use a measuring cup, put it right in with the food, have it marked, have everybody in the house know who's feeding that animal, so instead of getting 2 half-cup meals a day, it doesn't get 3 or 4 because you've got 3 or 4 different people feeding it. But we want to make sure that we do what we can to make sure the animal is being fed the proper amount every day. And that goes a long way in keeping the pet healthy and preventing problems down the road.
For nearly 9 years, West Michigan Driving Academy has been providing Muskegon County with complete, comprehensive driver's education. Students spend time both in the classroom and on the road in a state-approved driver's education vehicle with state-certified instructors. West Michigan Driving Academy is the only school in Muskegon that offers both day and evening classes throughout the summer. Accident-free with 150 years of combined experience, you will drive safe at West Michigan Driving Academy.
I'd like to talk a little bit about nutrition in your pet. Fortunately, with dogs and cats, I think we do a lot better with nutrition than most people do with ourselves. With dogs or cats, we use a food that's blended, that has everything they need in it, and they're getting that at every meal. Where us, we may, grab a bowl of cereal in the morning, we may run to McDonald's at lunch, who knows, maybe have a candy bar in the middle of the afternoon. A lot of us do not eat a very balanced diet. But if we're feeding our pets a good quality food that's appropriate for their life stage, we can do a very good job with nutrition with them. And in pet foods, like in a lot of other things in life, you get what you pay for. If you buy a premium food, such as Science Diet, and there's several others, a good premium food, Iams, Eukanuba, Purina One, you're going to feed your pet good quality, good nutrition. If you buy a grocery store brand, it's not as good. They use cheaper ingredients, but it's still decent nutrition, and it goes on down from there. Again, you kind of get what you pay for. But it's also important to feed for the proper life stage and the proper breeds of your pets. A giant breed animal requires a different nutrition, especially as they're growing, than a small breed dog. So there's different foods formulated for different breeds of dog or different sizes of dogs. And there are foods made for young animals, then foods made for adult animals, and then there's also foods that are specially formulated for the senior pets. As well as if there's a lot of different disease conditions that can be managed effectively with proper nutrition. And those are the type of things that would be recommended by your veterinarian based on what they find on examination or blood tests or various other tests if your dog or cat has a specific disease or condition. Like I say, many of these can be managed with a special diet.
Buckwheat Schultz & Associates Incorporated. Investment products and services. For more information, call 799-9889 or 866-799-9889.
The best way to stay healthy? Exercise your voice. At the new Mercy Health, we believe that carefully listening to you and encouraging you to take an active role in your own health care is an important part of keeping you healthy. So you'll find our extensive network of physicians not only use the latest technology, they focus on what you have to say. Your voice, our expertise. Mercy Health.